Okay, so I wanted to use the bottom of that angel wings, whatever. Oh, Bluebird Queen. Yep. Angel wings, Bluebird Queen. I wanted to use the bottom of that. And I wanted to use the sunflower mold. And Pam and I need to think about this stuff 24 hours in advance so it sets up and dries. Mm-hmm. So what I look at is I look at everything in thirds, and I'm a math teacher by trade and by education, so I don't know art, but I think there is a rule of thirds in something, whether it's art or math or something, there's a rule of thirds. So that's how I kind of look at this, and I'll take and decide. It's
not just in your head.
I don't think it's just in my head.
No, it's not.
I think it's a thing.
It is a thing.
So this is what I have started. I'm so excited. I love it. And so I'm just going to show you how I textured the top of it. This one I'm going to texture the entire thing, though, because this I'll be using as a base for next week, I think. But what I would normally do is I'll put a piece of tape, like right here, and then I know from the top of the blue line up is what I want to texture. Or sometimes, if I wanted to texture the bottom, I'd go from the blue line down. But because I know that my next tile I want to be different, I'm going to texture the whole thing just to show you guys how I get this look if you haven't seen me before. So I just take like an old gift card. This one happens to be from Disney. And I get my medium on there. And you want to think about like you're troweling it, kind of. So I'm just going to just totally...
Marshmallow fluff. Michelle said she thinks it's like marshmallow fluff.
Oh, thanks, Pam. Oh, that's a good analogy.
Maybe a little closer to you, just a smidge. There you go. Thank you.
What I like is that it does remind me of marshmallow fluff.
Yes.
I like that it has some texture to it, is what I like. So when it's smooth, it's still not totally smooth. So what I like to do is I like the pitted look of concrete. Should we grab, grabbing me a plastic bag of any kind?
Sure will.
So I love this uneven texture. It's a little bit swipey down there. I can see on the computer, you guys can see that texture pretty well. So if I want it to look kind of pitted like concrete or like Sid Dickens tiles, I just take like an old bag. So I'll put a chunk. Oops.
And Lynn's tried many of them, and she just said she loves it.
And I'm just going to scrunchie this up, and I'm just going to dab it on there. And I don't want it to look like that. I don't want it to look like stucco. So it's nice to do this after your base coat's dried. So I'll just re-swipe my card over the top and smooth that out. Yeah. And then I still get some of the texture. And it does work a tad bit better if you let it dry just even 10 minutes. You get a little bit more texture on there.
I'm really being awful as your helper. There we go.
Well,
I moved the thing the wrong way, and no, I need...
So that's how I get the texture on there. And there are times I do the entire thing, like on this one. It is textured top to bottom, and then these elements are added after. What's cool is if you do it while it's wet, you don't even have to use glue. You just pop them in there and they stay. This one doesn't have any on it because I used rice paper in a mold. This one has texture only on the bottom. I'm a liar. It's got it all over the whole thing. I lied.
Thank you for watching this from Portugal.
Yes, thank you so much. This one is the whole thing. So it just depends. This one, it's one of my favorites. It was my second one. I'm going to give you this, Pam. Yep. So I think I put it over the whole thing because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Let it dry. And then I changed my mind and I wanted to use the Harlequin stencil. So I used it's by Jamie Ray Vintage, and it's called a diamond pattern. There must be a reason they can't use the word Harlequin. I don't know. And I dragged the embossing medium through it. So it actually has some height to it. And I don't know if you can see that or not. But I love doing raised stencils. Jamie Ray Vintage has a damask stencil that I love. And Mary LaFay just did a line for them, and I have a lot of that ordered. So we're going to use this next week. We're just going to set it aside. One of the other things that I will do sometimes is go ahead and drag that texture on the sides, but I didn't do that today. It does add a cool look to it. So we're going to fast forward to where I'm at now so you can see me finish it. I used
the other half of that paper.
we don't like to waste. Not something as dreamy as rice paper. I was really tempted to use this sunflower. I think this sunflower with the stem and some leaves is really pretty. That didn't cry Sid Dickens to me. It just didn't. I love the look and I think it's beautiful, but I wasn't sure it would go with everything else that I have going on. So I used this one. One of the things that you'll notice if you look at his tiles, and I think it makes sense artistically, is you don't want to center this. So mine's off center a little bit and it's cut off. So what I mean is Pam did the whole thing. She made the entire mold, right? Mm-hmm. And then I laid it on here where I wanted it. So I shifted it left and up. So it was really like right here, let's say. So let me catch you up to where we're at. It's painted in beadboard, right? DIY beadboard. Then we taped it off and I textured the top of it using the trowel method. Then we used the sunflower mold, baking soda.
Which, yes, we love.
Baking powder. Baking powder. One of those things, you guys. Cornstarch.
Same difference, right?
So we did that. Put the mold. Then I wanted to position it. And I wanted it to be up and scoochy left. Then I took the wood and I trimmed it off. I did this while my medium was wet, so I didn't even need to use glue. I thought about, when I made this decision with the tape, I thought about what part of this scrap did I want to use. And I really decided that I wanted this dark black part in here. I want to use this corner because this is heavy in the upper left and this will be heavy in the lower right. So I don't have to worry about this top edge because it's going to be covered by trim. This down here, I'm going to use...
It's right here. I got it out for you.
Clear liquid patina is my favorite. The rice paper, I don't spray the back of it. I like it just as is.
Hi, Rita.
I'm just going to use just an artist brush to get my medium on there. Ken's not on, is he?
No.
Because... So
Did you tell him not to be?
No, but I'm supposed to be eating good, you know, and not eating my French fry diet.
Uh-huh.
So I went and got French fries, and I'm sitting here starving because I forgot to eat them. Remember, Pam? Yes. We got sidetracked.
So I have to keep track of that now for you, too.
No,
Mom.
You poor thing.
I'm only kidding. Of course I want you to eat healthy and finish your fries. I don't want you. Do you want some cheese and crackers?
No, I just want. I would love to just do what I'm supposed to do.
I can hand feed you while you're working, and they'll never even know online.
I know.
They can pop little pieces of cheese in your mouth.
Well, I think he does the same thing at work. He's like, I'm not around, so because we eat like crap.
Hey, you were using the crock pot and the Instapot there for a while.
I did cook yesterday. Isn't that crazy that that's a monumental event? No, I
Wait,
lied.
what'd
What's
you make?
today?
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. I cooked Monday. Sorry. So that's on there. And the only thing you want with rice paper is you don't want to rub it too hard. It does kind of fray a little bit.
Clear as...
So to get that torn edge look, this is probably 220 sandpaper. I'm just sanding that edge off.
People do love...
Okay, so I have a little bit. I do want to seal this. And I've got some clear liquid patina left on my
that's good.
brush. So I'm just
that way you can play with your Dark Decrepit or your...
Yep. So because rice paper is so porous, and I know I want to age that a little bit, I don't want to go in with the Dark and Decrepit directly onto the rice paper because it will just suck it right up. And sealing the edge would actually, it's all going to have to be sealed. So I'll use the big tap in a minute. My bad. Okay, now we use, this is from Trimmings 3. Beautiful. So that's right here. And I know it's going to shrink a little bit. I should have, it's a little bit, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice, I want this to butt up. So I'm going to slice this edge a little bit. So first I'm going to
use your board.
Yep, I'm going to bring in my board and I'm going to cut it to length. So I'll line it up because it's not lining up the way that I would like it to. And then I'm just going to slice it just like that. And it's this edge right here. I want to be able to butt up. Well, one edge or the other. It doesn't matter which one. Maybe I'm better off cutting off this edge. So I'm just going to slice it a little bit so I can
smash it
scoot it up a little.
So we haven't done Wednesdays. I missed a couple weeks and
I feel like I was on vacation for like ever. Vegas will do that to you.
I was going to say, it seems like we haven't done a Wednesday well, we just haven't done a Sid in a while, so that kind of...
Yeah. So I'm going to scoochy that up a little bit. With paint, you won't see the fact that I have a little bit of the paper coming through. I really just want that to butt right up to the sunflower. And because my trim is pliable, I can do that still. So I'm just going in with beadboard paint. My sunflower has dried overnight.
Yes.
So before I seal it, I have to wipe this edge off right here. Otherwise, that'll be sealed in there. And I don't want that to happen.
Nope.
So I just got to wipe that off. And it'll smear a little bit because my clay's not dry.
Royce says, girl, I am big boned. I have the opposite problem.
That's why I make sure that I have both sides of it covered. And I've had so many people tell me that they love that. Who's a size 7 anything? Let's be honest. Size 7's average for shoes, right? I think.
I don't know.
Size 7's average for rings, and size 7 is average for bracelets. That's like crazy to me. So I'm using Big Top. I'm just lightly shaking it. You shouldn't shake it. Did you open this?
I opened everything but that, so let me get that. Royce, we love the sunflower too. And I love meeting you. I tell everybody
Thank
that
you.
I got to sit next to you for a little while. You made me so happy.
It's so funny because I really do. Oh, Teresa, thank you. A lot of people, you guys are so sweet that you support my hobbies.
Her jewelry habit.
jewelry I've been making for quite a while. The stamping I'm newer at, so I'm just sealing this with Big Top so I can do a wash.
Look at a better picture of the rings because they're beautiful, with blessed, and I just love them.
It's been fun to stamp. It's really hard to stamp on silver plate. Should never work out of your sealer jar like I just did.
Yes, the sunflower mold is the IOD Sunflower Mold. I will show you guys which one it is.
The detail on it is just incredible.
It popped out of there so nice. Here, I'm going to stick this in here just
Go
for a
ahead.
second while you're doing that. It is a large sunflower, the half sunflower,
They got a little bud.
the buds, and they come out like beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful.
I also have to
21
make sure
buckaroos.
I seal.
So, we must have putting it higher or lower. That's okay. Yep, weathered wood's right here. Yeah.
Crowning goes next, and this is when it's going to look really, really, really ugly.
Hi from Maine.
Oh, my.
Mary Harris says hi from Maine.
Hi, Mary.
I love it.
Can I get a spritzer water? We have a spritzer with alcohol, a spritzer with vinegar, a spritzer with decolorant,
Yes, we do.
and now way too much crinoline. So when I do a wash,
Linda Grimm is 5'10".
oh my gosh, that must be so wonderful to not have to step on a stool.
Linda, we will have a ball when we do meet up because most of my friends when I grew up were much taller than me, and we had so much fun together for some reason.
Oh, like you said though, everybody's taller than we are. So I'm just taking the really watery part and going over this. I know that it hasn't had adequate dry time.
Yeah, but I love the warmth of it already.
And that just tones down that bright white. It certainly matches the rice paper better. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to do that edge.
So pretty.
Sorry, I know that I'm off screen a little bit, or
okay.
a lot bit. So now, I like to dry this before I wipe it back. If I don't dry it,
Sorry.
it smears, and I want it to come off kind of clean. And then next is weathered wood, and that's where all the beauty should take place. And then I decide whether I want to use Dark Decrepit or not.
Yes, Mary, it's coming on beautiful. Exactly. Lisa, I love it already. I can't believe the detail in the middle of that sunflower. I cannot wait to see what you do with it.
Okie dokie. Now, normally you guys, I use the same brush, but I don't want
What are you looking for?
weathered wood.
You got the big one?
Oh,
right there.
I don't want my weathered wood to get mellowed out at all. I want it to stay like really brown. So I'm going to switch brushes. I want a soft brush because I want it to get in the recesses. I am going to dry this kind of quick. Let's be honest, I'm not doing anything kind of quick today. Okay, that's good.
Joy, you said you're a paintbrush knob. You never pay more than $25. Well, that's perfect because these are 23 and 24.
Does this have water in it?
It should. I just gave it a spritz.
My weathered wood is a little bit watery. Anyhow, I think the clay's kind of sitting at the bottom. So I don't need to add a lot of water. More than that, though.
You're like, maybe not as watered as I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the rice paper she used is the, it's the Bluebird Queen. She's using the bottom half of it. I'll get the paper for you.
That we used on one of the other tiles.
Yeah.
So this clay was put on here for the sunflower about 24 hours ago. So I'm going to get a decent amount of resistance on it to wipe back. The longer I wait to wipe back, the more the paint's going to sit in there. This layer I do not want to dry. All right, now start wiping it back. It's going to take me a few baby wipes to get it where I want it to be. So I've got quite a bit in the corners here. So I'll just take a stiffer brush and kind of like scrub that area.
There we go.
Because I don't want it to look like that's what I did, you know, was added a wash. I think that's pretty cool looking. I need to do the sides, makes a big difference. And I am going to use Dark and Decrepit to age. Okay, so now I want to use some Dark and Decrepit.
Yes, we do carry all the DIY paints.
Pam and I talked about taking, what's her name? Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might be cool and like do XVII down here.
So you know that
Just
your 10th
Roman
tile?
I don't know, just a Roman numeral. X is 10.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
right.
just
Duh.
doing a Roman numeral down there, I think would be cool. You know, with Victoria.
You could.
So
I
we
forgot
might.
X was just 10. It would have been fun if it would have been like 12. X, you know what I mean?
I would do like XBI or
Yeah.
not, because you wouldn't even want to be able to read the whole thing.
Right.
So I'm taking some Dark and Decrepit, which is going to warm this right up.
Yes, Michelle, you can go on Lisa's site and we carry the DIY paints, all the IOD products. This is the Dark and Decrepit by DIY and we love it.
I do have to work a little bit fast because it can be intense even though it's sealed.
Michelle made a Roman tile with Roman numerals for her wedding date, and she put her wedding
That's
date
what
on
I
there.
think would be. I just think, look at what that does.
That's
How
amazing.
awesome is that? It's just incredible.
I'm like, yeah, I love that.
I'm trying to not get it too
Everywhere.
Yeah. Because it really, I mean, you have to move kind of quickly with Dark and Decrepit. If you don't have sealer down, you really have to move quickly, but I have sealer down, so I have a little bit more open time.
Gorgeous, Mary. They're saying gorgeous.
And then I want to get it on these edges so it doesn't look so brand new. Thanks, you guys. I'll get the whole thing. I still may have to go along those.
Oh, Claire, I'm doing a Roman numeral tile for my son's birthday card today. So when you see it, don't think I'm copying.
Oh my God! What did
Oh, thanks for the
what
hearts,
did
you
I tell
guys.
you about? I think the biggest compliment in the world is when someone's so inspired to make what I've made.
I think great minds were thinking alike today. If Claire just started one, you're
So
all
I'm just
talking.
kind of scrubbing that in the edge and feathering it just so I can get a little bit more aging there and it's not so stark.
Yes.
Blend that in. Hot flash.
No.
Oh my gosh. I so am in love with, we're going to need to wipe this, Pam, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
With the sunflower, I really, really think I want the Roman numeral. So that I wouldn't put anything there, but I'm thinking about just putting Roman numeral, and I will post a picture of it.
Love
Oh
it,
my
love it,
God,
love
you
it.
guys, this is horrible.
Oh, yeah, you're trying.
Can you
You're
see
not
how-
too pink. Fabulous.
Whew.
Beep, beep, beep. Is it beep, beep, beep? DuPont says, I'm making this one.
Oh, you guys,
Imitation is
that's
ice.
so,
Good, because I made
it
this one.
is. I absolutely love it. So I want to know, do you guys think, should I leave it alone or should I add the Roman numerals? That's what I want to know.